My God. Hey, y'all. This, this is ridiculous. I have been talking for 15 minutes and 54 seconds on mute. On mute. My God. My God. I have let Lopez have it in a million ways. I have talked about my entire, what you call this, 4th of July. And y'all have not heard a word that I said. Oh my God. Let me see if I can put a picture up or something. I feel like the screen is so, but it won't let me when I'm on this other phone. Let's see here. Nope, it won't say. It says current selected media couldn't be fetched. I don't know why it does it. Let's try a different picture. Y'all, I've been sitting up here. No? Okay, it won't let me put none of the pictures up, y'all. Y'all, I've been sitting up here talking. And y'all are not even on this. Let me see. I want to turn that green screen off. Yeah, I've been sitting up here talking. People have come. People have gone. And I'm just a talking. People probably thinking I'm doing a silent live. I'm going to have to edit this video. I'm going to have to edit the video and take the first 15 minutes out. I look like, wait a minute. I'm on mute. 15 minutes and 54 seconds, y'all. This is, I don't know what to do with me. I don't know what to do with me. Let me see. Let me try to go back on what I was talking about. I started to talk about people like Lopez that stop in the chat to just like say rude things. And I was asking Lopez, I'll go back to what I did for 4th of July. I was asking Lopez, um, can he talk to me and to answer my question about what causes a person to scroll on YouTube, because I was saying that I know for sure. I forgot the last time I checked how many it really is, but I know that it's at least a million channels out here. It's a million channels, over a million channels. I'll say that. And so common sense would tell me when I scroll on here, YouTube kind of tries to put you in an algorithm with people and what they're searching. But sometimes they could get it wrong. So if I'm like scrolling, I see somebody's page and say they don't talk English, I'm gonna say, okay, well, even though I do support some not non-speaking English pages, but like if I'm just like scrolling and that's not a page I necessarily support. And if I go on there and they start talking, hey, Black Coffee, I got the notification a while ago and didn't see, or here, girl, I sat up here and talked to this doggone camera for 15 minutes and 54 seconds and didn't see I had it on mute. I gotta leave mute alone. If I'm not ready to come live and start, I need to stop doing that because I have the worst experience with this mute button. Black Coffee, how are you doing? Thanks for coming into the chat. But I was telling y'all about the 4th of July. I'm gonna tell y'all about my 4th of July. It was really nice. But I was asking the Lopez person, or I was explaining to that person, Lopez is probably gone. Lopez, I wish you could come back so I could, because I really seriously want to know. I don't know why people, like you see, he said, dude, and I'm looking like I always thought my voice was a little deep, raspy kind of like, and then I know I'm nasally, like my voice is nasally. So I'm just misunderstood by like, oh, I was giving an example, like if I'm scrolling and people don't talk English and I see that they don't talk English, nothing comes across my mind and start just talking crazy to them in the chat. I just keep scrolling. I never think like, oh, let me type a little something here. That never runs across my mind. And then I gave the example, like if I stop and I see somebody fixing on a car and I stop on there and I'm like, oh, this is a page about fixing cars. Since I know I'm never going to fix somebody's car, I never stop to say, let me say something crazy in the chat for the car fixer upper person. I never think that. I just scroll like, oh, this is about fixing cars. No, I don't want to know about fixing cars, and I scroll. But like with the trolls, I just want to know like what causes you to say, wait, I not only want to stop on here, and this is not a page that I want to see or hear. I want to stop and I want to like say a couple of crazy things along the way. So I would just want to know. And I know he's probably not here anymore, so I can't get him to answer the question. But I was like, well, I would like for anybody, and sensible people probably won't have an answer for me. But I was like, man, and y'all, the 17 people was in here. Not that they was gonna stay, but they were in here. I was on mute, so they probably looking like, no, we're not dealing with no black screen. I don't even do black screens, silent lives over here no more. So I lost them. They could have came and left, but that's because of me. But Black Coffee, how was your holiday? I was also saying I don't necessarily celebrate holidays, but I love to embrace any opportunity to be with my family because if our schedules align where everybody is where they don't have any obligations on this Friday and they can say that they are gonna, meet up with families, I will, take them up on that. So I was telling everybody that I was responsible for all my cooking. It was my first time grilling. And I was so proud of myself, so proud of myself. Now, at the beginning of the grilling, I gotta admit, at the very beginning, I started to use my, what do you call the thing? It's like a charcoal starter. What do they call? I forgot what they called it, but the little tin can where you put your charcoal in there, then you light it, and you light it up, and then you dump the coals in your grill. So I had that, so it made it super super easy for me to like light those coals and just drop them in there. That part, it made it super easy. But I think it's because it was hot as hell outside. Lord, I don't know what was it about. It had to be like, I felt like it had to be at least 90 degrees. Black Coffee, if you're still in here, you talking about a sister sweating, struggling, and it wasn't even that much of a struggle, just that it was so hot. Now, I'm not an outside person. If it's hot, it's like where I'm not going to be. Like if it's hot, I'm like, oh, I just don't go outside, or I just go get in my car in the air, get to the location, and get in some more air. So when grilling, you are like stuck outside, like you literally stuck outside. And so I was like, okay, I didn't know my nephew was helping me every step of the way. He was helping me because I told him he ain't gotta lift a finger. I am going to grill. I'm going to do this. He grills for our family all the time. I said I'm going to do it. I just need a couple pointers. So I got the coals lit. I put them in the grill. This is my first time using my new grill. First thing I started out was a chicken because I felt like the chicken would be the hardest because that chicken take a minute to get done. Now the chicken breast wasn't bad, but those chicken wings, you got to cook them for real. So if y'all haven't looked at my most of my food, I think I put video all the food. I don't know. By the time all that food got done, I had my granddaughter go get the video so I can put it in the video. I don't want to see no food. I was like, I don't even want to go stand over the food. But let me see. I saw your shirt. You saw it. I look like a pro. Black Coffee, the girl. Let me tell you. I don't know what happened. Black Coffee, tell me if you can hear me. It just blacked off. Tell me if you can hear me in here. I never had that happen before. I'm gonna wait till you tell me if you can hear me. That was super weird. Oh, let me see. I could probably see on my end too. Hold on, let me. Okay, you there? Okay. So Black Coffee. So I started out with the little fire starter thing. If y'all don't start, if y'all are not working with that little fire starter, little chimney. Look, I don't know what they call this little thing. It's like a little tin can, and you put your coals in there. Do you dump them out? I don't know what they call it, but I got it, and I don't know what it would have been like if I didn't have that. And again, I have my grandkids over here. Ace was not no help at all, but those girls helped me so much. I don't think I could have did it without them. They knew their grandma was barely making it. They was running in the water, running in the house and bringing me water. I was like, yes, y'all know your grandma about to pass out in a second. So they was doing all they could to help me. But we got the fire started evenly. I did get the light, the no, what do you call it? The kind of cold from Kingsford where you don't have to use no lighter fluid. And I got that. Then I think Mark said something about he didn't suggest that. Then my nephew said he didn't suggest that, but I already had it. I didn't feel like trying to go exchange myself. I'm just gonna have to try it. But I literally did not have a problem. I used that tin. I didn't call you baby. I used that tin can, and I also had these things called tumbleweed fire starters, and I did a short on that too. It's called Wait, no, it's not. It's called tumbleweed natural fire starters, I think, but they're like little pieces of tumbleweed. And so you light that tumbleweed and you put that bad boy in that what you call it? whatever the little tin can thing is called. You put that in there, and that bad boy will light those coals. Now, flame is gonna come up, but like in about 5 to 8 minutes or whatever, it will die down, and then you just drop those coals up in there. It was so super easy, y'all. That part. But I was struggling at the time while I was doing it and getting very discouraged. But once I thought about it, I was like, okay, that's easy. And then on top of that, oh, is that what it's called? A charcoal chimney. Okay, I gotta remember that. A charcoal chimney. Okay. Okay, I forgot what the name of it was when I ordered it. I think I put something in the search and it brought it up, and I never even looked at what the correct name of it. Okay, charcoal chimney, and I use a tumbleweed, to light that because the matches wasn't working. I had to use a lighter. At first, because at first I was just going to use the match and put it on the coal. So I ended up getting the lighter, getting the tumbleweed because I almost forgot I bought them. And they come. The tumbleweed comes in like a, I think the bag I got like 200 of them in here or something. It's a big old bag. I'll never need no more. But I put that in there. 8 minutes later, it was ready to go in there. I started off with the chicken because that chicken takes a while, and so I wanted to make sure I was out there. I was scared to go in the house. Like I was like, no, because I've seen before when people are barbecuing and that one flame will get in there and start burning your stuff up, and I was like, I'm not taking my eye off of this. So I literally was closing it and watching it. I mean, I was watching it, but closing it and then opening it up like every 5 to 10 minutes. And it seemed like those minutes was going so fast, y'all. I literally was barbecuing. I actually got the fire started at about 10. I thought it would be earlier, but I actually, by the time I got home and settled, I had to go pick up my grandkids. I started it at 10, and I did not finish until about 2. So I was doing like 4 straight hours of cooking the food, 4 straight hours of keep loading the grill up with whatever I have. Oh my God. It was a chore. It was different, but at the same time, it was rewarding. Did you have your spray bottle? No, I did it, and I know people be having a spray bottle. Girl, I thought about I didn't have a spray bottle, but I got this like grit. The little grit ketchup bottles. They got the little spout. Like you get the ketchup mustard little container things. I got one that says grill, and I was got that. I think I got it at the dollar store, and I was thinking that I could use this for like whatever people need the spray bottle or whatever. But I was so doggone hot. I didn't want nothing extra. I'm like, I'm just gonna stay out here and watch it so nothing happens because black coffee, the spray bottle is for the flame, I think, right? If I'm not mistaken. But I didn't have any flames because I started with that charcoal thing. So the charcoal thing, what you mean, baby?
Tell me, we can play that phone pet game
What game?
when you pull out all the things.
No, we're gonna take that outside tomorrow. I'll play with y'all with that
Tell me
tomorrow.
like this.
Yep, I like it.
Okay.
Okay. So what was I saying? That when you use that chimney thing. Hey Tanya. Hey, y'all had just got home, but going to bed here till I know that. Okay, Tanya. Okay, so when you use that charcoal chimney thing, okay, like my nephew said, put me up some coffee. Okay, when you use that chimney thing, you don't have no more flame. You don't have no more flame, so the flame is out. By the time you wait until all the flame is out and your charcoal is hot, and then you dump it in there. So it was no way. I don't think it was no way. Was it for another flame to like come on there? Now I did put new charcoal in there 3 times. Because y'all, I was like, I don't want to use all the charcoal at one time because what if it all go out and I'm not gonna have no more charcoal? So I was thinking I just want one layer, and I bought the little apple chips to go in there too. And so, with the fire, oh yeah, then when I did the steak and when I did the hamburgers, I wanted to have like that char taste. So I did let that do like over a little open flame, so it can get that kind of taste to it with the fire actually on it. But it was a interesting experience grilling for the first time. It was intense. I think it was just too damn hot, y'all. Like I feel like I would have had a much better experience at 70 degrees, like 75, 70, 75. I definitely think I'm gonna do it again. I think this experience could have been overwhelming because for one, I had so much food to grill, and maybe I didn't have as much interest in it because it was all stuff that I couldn't eat. The ribs, the chicken breast, the steak, the surf and turf kebabs, all that kind of stuff was stuff I couldn't touch. And so, like, I'm thinking I can see myself doing this. Now, how the cleaning of the grill is gonna go, I don't know. Like tomorrow, I'm gonna go dump out all that coal, and then I'm gonna, clean, bring the grates in and clean that. Then what I Oh, and I guess I just gotta wash it. I don't know. I gotta look at a video, see exactly what you're supposed to be washing it with and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. But especially because all that meat that touched it, I don't put my food behind meat grease or whatever it is. So I gotta really make sure I thoroughly wash it. But I think without being so overwhelmed with having to cook so much for everybody else, and if I wanted to cook something, like literally, if I wanted to do like a veggie burger, that's will take 1.1 seconds on the grill. Or like anything that I eat, all of my food that I eat is quick stuff. Say if I want to put a piece of salmon on there or something, that's stuff that will be done one, two, three. So I was thinking, like, well, like it can't be like this was an experience because I had all these things on there, like meat that you have to make sure is cooked. Like they had brats, and you got to make sure them brats is cooked through, all that kind of stuff. So all my stuff is like really simple and easy. And I think it'll be nothing to go out there, light that grill, that charcoal chimney, like Black Coffee just taught me. It's called the charcoal chimney. Makes it so super easy to light up those charcoal and put it in there, for your fire. And just like for the couple minutes I have to be out there for the food I eat, for it to be done, I think I could do that like often, like at least once every like maybe once or twice a month. I felt so accomplished. I was like, you did it. Like, you didn't burn nothing. I didn't burn anything. The french fries did not come out. I tried to do the fries on the grill. I made potato wedges, not real thick ones, but kind of like thinner potato wedges. And they said to parboil them. So I had boiled them last night. I put them in the refrigerator because I think for French fries to fry, they always say you put them in the refrigerator, give it a crisp. So I did. Like I said, I don't know nothing about grilling. My husband does it right. My husband's never really grilled. They weren't grillers, but my dad always did our grilling. And when my dad passed away, my nephew picked up grilling. So I never had no interesting grilling. I know like 5 years ago, I bought a grill. And then I thought about it. I was like, I'm never going to use this grill. So I told my nephew, I'm going to bring my grill over there. So whenever we have grilled food, then you can just grill for us. But I never tried it. I had never had a reason to try it because I always had somebody cooking for me. I knew you could do it. Yes, grilling is easy. Tanya, I'm telling you, I was so. You can go to my shorts, Tanya, and go look at my food. Nobody can tell me that my food did not come out. Everything was so pretty, and it was just like cooking like at the best little, like not too high, not too low. I could tell. I was able to tell on my own when it looked like the charcoal was like, when the grill was kind of like um cooling off. I was watching the little temperature gauge because I'm looking like, why would it be at 250 and then now it's dropped to like 150? I was like, okay, maybe that. Then I looked and then it wasn't as much smoke, so I did another coat of charcoal. I was like, I am really able to do this. I gotta stop finding all of the different ways that I don't need to have no man in my life. Because I used to be thinking, oh, I gotta get a man because I need somebody to be grilling for me. I need for this person to do this. And every time I try to do something on my own, I am finding that I can do it. And I'm not trying to get settled in my ways that much. Black Coffee said the first and last time trying, you scorch your, oh, Black Coffee, your eyebrow. I'm thinking about to say some food. Girl, no, you didn't have no fire big enough to scorch your eyebrows. Girl, that's on your face. Now, I did tell my nephew, I said, okay, you gave me a lot of tips, but you should have told me I needed some sunglasses. Now, what I didn't appreciate is how that smoke will get in your eyes. It's like I'm trying to, like, like move away from it, but it seemed like it was following me, and I had to, like, close my eyes for a minute, let the smoke kind of, like, get out of there. So, for sure, I would not try grilling again without some sunglasses or some kind of like goggle or something like that over my eyes because my eyes was super irritated. Super irritated. Gamma, when you was flipping them burgers, I was like, okay, Gamma. I'm telling you, I felt like I was feeling like I got this. Like the chicken, I kept on saying, it was so funny because the kids like, you keep saying that. Because I was like, because my nephew told me to cook them 70%, wrap them up, put them in the oven for the rest of the time while the other food cooked. So I was trying to keep that in my mind, and because I didn't want it to dry out, but I was like, okay, I'm getting ready to take it out in 8 minutes. I'm gonna let it smoke, and I'm gonna take it out in 8 minutes. Then I look at it, I was like, I don't trust it. I would trust it. I didn't cut none of the meat open like to see because I was like, I don't want to break the skin. So I put it on there. I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna give it another 5 minutes. I'm gonna give it another. That chicken ended up being on there almost an hour. Chicken takes a long time. That meat was looking juicy. What the like, y'all? I'm telling y'all. I told my because my nephew always try to tell me I don't have it no more with cooking meat because he feel like I don't cook meat. So how can you like know how to continue to cook it? And I keep telling him if I have to cook the meat, I know how to cook the meat. I just don't cook it. And so I was like, okay, tell me how everything tastes because my family is very boisterous. So if he felt like something was crazy, he'd be like, "This is crazy." He will say it. He was like, "You know, I'm gonna be honest." I was like, "Tell me how everything tastes." And he was calling my family chat, calling my daughter. He was like, your mom." Has redeemed herself because he always says some pescatarian. I don't know about cooking. She redeemed herself. He was like everything was a 10. I was like, oh, that's so good to hear. That chicken breast was like so tender because they had those big old clunk chicken breasts. And so I cut them down to like 3 or 4 pieces so they can be thinner. So what I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm going to go to that garden, pick out some lettuce. These kids are going to have chicken breast salad. And I have my nephew say he want to pick up some more food tomorrow, so I'm gonna send some stuff over there, and then I'm just gonna like break this stuff down. They're gonna have some brats for lunch, the chicken salad for dinner. These kids about to eat this food right on up in the next 3 days. I used to put mine in the oven, but I just let it smoke on the grill now without a minute. Yeah, I kept thinking like I know that I could put it in the oven. I don't mind keeping it warm in there, but I just want to make sure it's done on this grill. Like I don't know why, because I don't know why it make me no difference. Because I wouldn't go to be eating it, but I just wanted to have all the barbecue smoke flavor, like I wanted some corn and baked beans. Now that I'm thinking about it, I thought I was done eating this 11 o'clock at night, but I'm probably gonna get my big ass up. Look at me, oh, get your big ass up saying that. Let me be quiet. Okay, let me see. Like Coffee said, that's how my husband is with pork. He doesn't eat it, but make the best ham and ribs. Yes. I keep telling him I don't have to eat this stuff. I remember how to cook it. It ain't like I never cooked it. So I just know about how I used to always bake chicken. Air fryers wasn't out back then. Or if they was out, I didn't know about them. But back in 2015, 2016, I went to air frying. And so, and I've never been a big fan of fried foods. Like, whatever it is, I'm not, like, I don't care as much as I might get some fried stuff if I'm out, but like cooking and dealing with that grease and popping and all that kind of stuff, I never got into that. Like I don't like no grease popping on me, so it's very few things I'm gonna only. I will fry up some egg rolls. What else? I don't grease. Don't like grease like to. First of all, I get olive oil because I don't use olive oil to fry. But I'll say I probably purchase vegetable oil or canola oil, maybe once a year. Maybe once a year because I never need it because I don't fry up food. It's nothing that I like that comes from frying. Like fried green tomatoes. If I do some salmon patties, which is like once a year, I'm just trying to think of the things that I'll actually fry because I do everything in my air fryer. But I know that I was remembering, like what the chicken used to look like when I was frying it. I believe I can fry the chicken now. It's just that I haven't done it in so many years. I probably have not fried no chicken, y'all. And I probably have not fried chicken in maybe, me frying the chicken. I wouldn't say 8 years, but it's probably been more like 10 years. I don't remember frying chicken more than once since 2015. So I don't know. But I think that if I tried to do it, I think I could. I just think it, and I'll be so cheap about certain stuff. I just think about if I pull out this Fry Daddy, or even if I fill up this pan with this grease, and I don't use my grease again. So I just be thinking like, if I use up all this grease, then that means I gotta throw all this grease out, and I be thinking like that's a waste of money. I don't know what I be thinking about that, but I just ain't wasting the money. Even when I do my egg rolls, I put my egg rolls in a saucepan. I don't put it like in a wide pan. I put it in a saucepan so that it can fill up quicker. Like to the line that I need it, so I can get it quicker up over the height of the egg roll so that it'd be in a smaller space so I can use less oil, because if I try to put it in a shallow pan, that means I have to use even more oil to cover the egg roll up. So I just be too cheap to be spending on that egg. On that oil. I don't fry it all night. Yeah, I like fry it. I don't know what. It just I stir fry stuff. Like if I stir fry some vegetables, but like to put what you call like a batter on something and start frying it up. No, I don't. I don't get them. First of all, I don't like that popping. I used to hate when that stuff be popping around the kitchen when Mama used to cook, and so I've never adapted to that. Like just once I let my mother and father fried a lot of food, pork chops, chicken liver. Like I can go down the line. They fried up some food, bacon, ham, like whatever it is that my father stayed with a frying pan. And but when I moved out, I just didn't have no desire to have that fried food like that. So I'm like a baked chicken kind of person. But even with baked chicken, you got to be careful. You got to keep watching it to make sure the chicken is cooked all the way through. So I don't know. I was like, my food is just so. It was prettier by the time I got to the video of it. It seemed like it wasn't as pretty as it was on the grill, because by then, I'm just trying to get the stuff served. I told my granddaughter, go get the video of the food so I could get the video and put it in the video. I was so tired. When I tell y'all, these ankles is all swole, y'all. Let me see my family. My family fried a lot growing up. Yeah. Yeah, my mom and daddy, they fried up some food. I don't think my mother fries much now, but my father, he come from a country, everything get fried. Y'all, let's talk about these ankles. I was standing up out there. I was scared to leave the stuff. And then it didn't resonate in my mind that, wait, go pull up a patio chair and just sit it by, while you waiting on the food, you can just be sitting down. So I was out there a good hour before that even got in my mind. I guess I'm just thinking people stand up to grill. I'm trying to do what the people do. And I was like, girl, go give me one of the patio chairs so I can sit down doing this stuff. These ankles are so swole. Like, it was just like, I don't know. It was, I said I didn't have my Fitbit on. I should have put my Fitbit on. I know I did 10,000 steps today. I know I did 10,000 steps today. All that back and forth in the house, out the house, get this pen. Dude, I was like, I told my nephew I have such a much deeper respect for when you out there grilling now. I guess I thought, I don't know, he make it look so easy. I just didn't know. Um, and then because usually he's doing it on holiday, so that means he's doing it for a lot of us. I barely am over there where he's just doing it for me, and and well, his family is 5 people in it, so therefore it's always a lot. But I was like, it's work, it's work, it is work, but it is worth it. It was worth it to know that everything came out for everybody. I can't wait to get to the cord. I do want some of the cord. I didn't eat the cord. The cord is like the best part of the barbecue a lot of times for me. But for some reason, when I'm at a barbecue, I usually eat the food, and then for some reason I have the cord later. I don't know why I do that, because it's best right off the grill. It's best right off the grill. So I don't know why I do that. I didn't have none yet. And with the cord, what I did, I took a little piece. I had for each ear cord, I tore off a little piece of aluminum foil enough to wrap it up, and then I seasoned it, and I put the pads of butter. I put like 3 little pads of butter going down the ear core, and then wrapped it up real tight, and cooked it. And cooked it on the grill individually. That's how I end up cooking the core, and I left the cord on there. What did I end up leaving that on there for? Like I think it ended up being maybe like an hour 15 minutes, probably an hour and 30 minutes or so. So I kind of like slow roasted that. I wanted to take it out and just put it directly on the grill, because I remember us shucking that corn and peeling it back and all that, and then put it on the grill. But I didn't do that because I had all that meat on there, and I didn't want it to touch on the corn that I wanted to eat. So yes, y'all. So I had a good time. My nephew them came over here. I don't know if y'all heard me, because I was talking. I was saying how my grandkids did the potato sack. The potato sacks. They was playing games out there, so they did the potato sack run. I mean race. Then they did, and I was saying that when I was younger, we actually had real potato sacks, but now they have like these little vinyl things that I'm sure are gonna be tore up within a third time use. So I'm looking like, what would make y'all make something like that kids got to run in out of this? But it ain't tore up yet, but we'll see. And then they play with the little wooden spoons, but where you have to hold the little wooden egg and walk without it falling off your little spoon. And then they played a little thing where they wrapped up each other's leg, like they got in partners, and then they wrapped up their legs and they raced to the mark with that. So the kids had a really good time. They water balloon. They had the little water squirters out there. Them kids stayed outside for like four. That's the longest my grandkids ever been outside. They stayed outside for like 4 hours. Then they went out there doing the fireworks out there, and I'm not into no fireworks. I do not like no fireworks. That all that popping. I tried to walk out there. Then they started doing a big loud ones. I walked right back in the house because I live close to a park, and so I told the kids they kept on begging me. I was like, y'all know I'm not getting ready to get no fireworks, but we right here. If y'all go on the porch, y'all be able to see the show. Let me see. Black Coffee said grilling is not for the weak. It's not, especially if you host it, cooking, and grill. My God. By the time they got here, I was like, y'all, give me a second. Let me get in the shower because I felt like smut. I felt like smut. I just got to the point to where if I was touching the charcoal, I just started rubbing the charcoal on my pants. I was like, forget it. I'm just going to take off all the stuff anyways once I get in the house. I peeled them clothes off, got in the shower. I was like, okay, let me make this lemonade for us. Oh, I forgot to put the lemonade in the refrigerator. I made some lemonade and some half and half tea and lemonade for us. And I was like, I'm about to sit down. I was like, y'all make y'all plates. I was like, I don't even have the energy. I think I ate like an hour and a half after they ate because I just could not do it no more. It was just too long because I had already been prepping for it for 2 days, up on my feet, like prepping all the vegetables and doing all that kind of stuff. And then yesterday I prepped like everything. I seasoned all the meat. I made the tuna salad. I made the what else did I make? I wrapped up the core. Like I prepped everything so I could just only have to put it on the grill. So it wasn't like today was the very worst, but I had already been doing this for 2 days. So I think that was it. That was like so many days of doing it. So that, like I said, next time I won't have all that preparation. It'll just be me, and I'll just put, or me and the kids, and I'll just put whatever we have. Like, say if it is like some veggie burgers or something, I'm just gonna get the pack and put it on there. It's gonna be done, and it'll be so much better. But that first experience to do it that way, I was like, girl. My nephew was like, "What you think about it?" He was like, and I started laughing. I gave him a look. He was like, "You ain't doing it no more." I said, "Never, ever, ever." That's a wrap. That this is the last time that y'all will be tasting some barbecue from me because I can't do that for no large party like that. Cause I maybe if I got my niece, his fiance, she told me next time, she said just pick like two meats and two sides. That's what she said. She said you probably feeling like that because you cook too many different things. That's what she said. She said so next time just pick two meats and two sides and then we can just have it like that. And I was like, yeah, I said I can see something like that. I definitely can do something like that. But like on this level, never ever again. Did you soak your feet in the Epsom salt? No, I did not. Black coffee. Oh, I didn't soak it. I was trying to elevate it. I was trying to elevate these ankles to the sky. I was trying to elevate them. I did, I laid down on the couch. But I was feeling bad about sitting on the couch because I was like, well, people over here, I want them to be able to sit on the couch. But I did prop the feet up. And now I'm laying down in the bed. I need to have pillows up underneath it. But I'm going to sleep with some pillows up underneath them tonight and then see if that helps. I'm going to see if that helps. But I do have plenty Epsom salt. I can't see like sitting up like coffee. I'm just so tired. I'm really tired. And it's so funny. I played them again. Like last night I went to sleep at 5 o'clock in the morning. I prepped that stuff until 5 o'clock. What do I did is prep it at 5 o'clock in the morning. I prepped it to about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. But I didn't go to sleep till like 5 o'clock in the morning. And I had to be back up at 8. So I think it's like already you have been doing this for two. I think the night prior I went to sleep at 3:30 in the morning. So for 2 days straight, you didn't get no sleep and you woke up, having I went to sleep at 5, had to be up at 8 o'clock to go get my grandkids. So I was up constantly. So that's a lot. I think that was just a lot to be doing. I think that I should not have been doing all that. Like I should have, I don't know. I guess for a holiday, but I won't be doing that no more. But I know that I don't have to like do anything to that extent next time. You're the new family girl. Huh? Black coffee, you're right. I told him. I said never. Never. But like I probably will. I'm not gonna say I will never do it, but I will definitely do what my nephew's fiance said, where she said just pick like two meats and then like two sides. I'll do that. Like say if I do something like I don't know, like some fish and something else, and then do like I don't know, like whatever the two sides might be, and then just leave it at that. It'll be so much better. So I'm not gonna say that I won't do it no more, but I won't do it no more at this level. That's what it done. That's what it done. But the kids had a good time. I asked them what did they like best. What did Ace say? I think he said because they made some little snow cones. I think he said snow cones and the fireworks. Then one of them said the games and the lemonade. Like it was just cute for me to see like what was the best part of that day. And they all three of them said two different things. So I was like, oh, I'm so happy. I be trying to create some little memories for these child. I mean for these kids because I know that a lot of that kind of stuff we did when I was younger, and I just try to set the stage so they can have those same memories, y'all. Because like I remember every Fourth of July, every family reunion, my uncle had a wife, and she was the one who coordinated all of our family reunions, and she used to have so much stuff for us to do. Like we used to have my cousin used to always be the DJ. We of course we had all this food. You got all the people there, but then she have all these games and prizes, and we would just win all this stuff, and it'd be back to back games. And I always tell her when I talk to her, like, you really you were a very special part of our childhood. Like literally, she was his wife, so it wasn't even like a aunt by blood, but how she took on our family to like coordinate all of those family reunions like that. It just was a staple in my childhood, and like all of the kids in our family and like little stuff like that. Kids look they depend on that kind of stuff. Like my nephew, my sister is no longer here, and my other nephew and my two nieces in Arizona too. So here now is just my mom. My dad is gone, so now my son is gone. It just my daughter, me, and my nephew. We're the only ones in our immediate family. It's already only me and my sister. So these kids, like literally, Mia told my daughter the other day because her birthday is this month. She was like, after my birthday, can we go over Pooh House? And she was like, why she want to just go over Pooh House? I said, Agent, she's identifying Pooh House as being a gathering to where her family members are. She knows that my family members gather at the house. I said, so kids at the age they desire to be with family like that. So this girl want to go do what she doing for her birthday, but she at the end, all she knows is that she want to be able to be in a room with her family. So that kind of stuff is important. Let me see, you did great. Thank you, Black Coffee. Thanks so much. So yeah, I was just trying to make them have fun because usually we have each other at the houses, but the kids will go out and play and just do what kids do, when we get together. But I was like, I gotta be more intentional, like when we have it gatherings to make sure they all get older now, and so to make sure I have specific things like for them, not just us gathering, laughing, talking, but like specific things for them. So I got to be more intentional on that. So I tried to make sure did that today. So I gotta start once we get together. I gotta start like different things. Like next time we get together, I'll do something with it. Like when we have games, like when we do our Christmases, whatever. Y'all know I'm gonna bring the games to the family. So when I bring the games there, I normally bring games that they can do too. So I do that kind of stuff like so it can be like a family game and we can all play it. But today I just wanted to do things that was like specifically for the kids, and I just thought about a game that I forgot to do. I had like a parachute game, and it got like little holes in it, and then you keep moving it around to see who gets the ball through. But I forgot all about. I had it, y'all. My brain was not working. That's the reason why I said I gotta write everything down, y'all. I gotta write down. Wake up, feed Lexi, do this. I gotta write down everything in my life, or I will totally forget about it. I knew when I didn't make that schedule for what I had to do today. I knew I was gonna miss something. I can't trust my brain. You're right about that. My 20-year-old was just talking about that today. Right about how kids hold that stuff in their mind. It can be something little. Like kids love tradition. So you can say every time, like what I'm gonna say every time, like it depends on how much you get your grandkids. I know I have mine a lot, but say if you're a grandma that has their kids once a month, and you say when you come over your grandma's house, we're gonna make ice cream. Which I need to make ice cream with the kids. I never made ice cream with them, but I'm saying, say you say we're gonna make ice cream, those kids will look forward to the ice cream for all the days until you don't do it no more. And then they will go the rest of their lives saying, Whenever I went over my grandma's house or my aunt's house or my sister's house, whatever it was, they're going to remember we used to always make ice cream, y'all. Like, you got to think, if you think back in your childhood, everybody is going to think of what made them feel connected with their family or connected or like involved or engaged or they have a memory saying, you know what, I remember every time I went to school this teacher would do this, or every time I came home after school my mom would do this. Kids remember that stuff and they desire to have connections with that, and they keep it in their brain for no apparent reason because they usually use it to tell stories about. So they keep it in their brain for no apparent reason. That's because people desire tradition, connections, familiarity, all of that with things that are constant, things that are consistent. They thrive for stuff like that in their life, and they'll keep that in their brains forever. Like today, my I'm not Maya. Mia just said, "Grandma, you remember when Uncle, which is my son, they called him Uncle when he was here. Do you remember when Uncle took us to the Airbnb and remember we was all playing the games and I made popcorn with him?" They had that experience with him, and them kids have like that memory in their brain, even though he's been gone for 4 years. They constantly bring up stuff, and it's like they're trying to force their own memory to think about stuff. And so, like, they remember like every little thing, not just about him. They remember about my nephew, about my sister, like whatever they could grasp on to family. Kids will hold on. They will hold that near and dear to them. So that's why you got to be careful because they also will hold tragedy. So that you got to give them as many memories as good memories as you can, so that they can, take that with them instead of things that are tragic to them. Like Coffee said, he said he misses being at family gatherings with the entire family. Seems like Coffee, and he's 20 years old. And families are different now. Like I used to just be thinking, dang, when my father died, it seemed like stuff was different. Dang, when my son died, it seemed like things are different. But really, like as most families are saying that more and more nowadays, where people are having to, like really get on their grind for their families, so they don't have the time that they used to have to be with their families. And so people as a whole, I think, are desiring to be with families, although they may not have the time. Like you remember, you have all these memories, and you wish you could find the time to do it again, but life might be life in. And you might not get a chance to, but look how a 20-year-old is desiring that. Like he remembered that. That means that he felt connected, he felt safe, he felt tradition. That's why he's saying that, Black Coffee. Because everybody I know is saying like, God, I don't know nobody who says their family is the same. Everybody's like, dang, I remember when this, or when this person was here, we used to always do this, or all that. People are saying that more and more. It could be because I'm older. Like when you get older, that can be a thing. But as a whole, people are saying that their families have changed. My mom was the one that kept the family connected. Yes, once she passed, the gathering stopped. That's what happens with stuff like that. And it's like weird because like my cousin who passed away 8 days after my son, that was my favorite cousin. So like in her family, like because she one of 10, whenever anything happened, she would be the connection to let me know that the things are happening. Now, granted, they still call me. I gotta go to one tomorrow. They still call me, but I still try. Like tomorrow, I'm gonna make myself go. But I feel like because since she's been gone, it feels like it's almost like I feel like I don't know. I feel like I sometimes don't want to be there because I know that she's not going to be there. It's like I don't know. So like I think a lot of things. She was the one. Like most of the events that we did, or gatherings we had, was at her house, and so now it's like branched out to the person who want to pick that up, kind of like thing. And then I was used to going to her house. I could kick off my shoes and do whatever. So it's just different. And people, the more you lose people, the more you say, you know what? It's just different. It could be a grandmother or anything. Like things just are different, especially if that glue. If that glue leaves up out of here, my cousin definitely was the glue. That's for sure. So yes, that's just something. But we just got to be intentional, Black Coffee. We literally, I need to do some kind of thing like family check in where we talk about some things that we can do in our families and then check in and make sure we intentionally did that. I don't care if it's like making a phone call, sitting down for an hour, trying to call 5 people that you haven't talked to in a long time, or going by to see a person for 30 minutes, like little stuff like that. We got to be intentional. Black Coffee said, even when others tried, it wasn't the same. That's what I'm saying, Black Coffee. It just don't be the same. Like, I know that her brothers and sisters, they invite me and they try to keep things the same, but it's not. It's just absolutely not. Even for my 50th birthday, like when we all had our t-shirts on, it's like I felt guilty. Like we all having these teachers say these t-shirts, you know, I said that I'm the funniest, I'm the funny one, or I'm the dancing one, I'm the whatever one. And then I'm thinking like, hey, I missed Tabby so much, so I got her a t-shirt that said the I'm the most loved one. And so I just got a chair, y'all. I put the t-shirt on the chair. But my whole that was my 50, that was my 51st. My 51st. She was at my 50th. It was at my 51st. And when I was there, I was having so much fun at my party. But even my own party wasn't the same. Like, it's just not the same. I had so much fun. I appreciate everybody there. But without her being there, I had never celebrate. I don't even remember ever celebrating the birthday that she wasn't there. So it's just crazy. Then people just started past rapidly. Yes. But Black Coffee, do you think it's because we get older? But when I look, I try to count it down like somebody had to be old forever in our family. And people just seemed like they were passing away when they got old. It was just like, yeah, this person is 80 years old. Yes, my grandfather was 90 years old. So it was more acceptable. But now it's seeming like so many people are passing away. Like literally, listen, before my son passed away, like 3 days, if I'm correct. 3 days before he passed away, my cousin passed away. He's a young cousin. I think he was probably Bobby Jr. Let me see. Okay, so that means he had to be about 29, 30 at the very most. He passed away. They found him in his car. And then Bobby Jr. goes to the hospital. I'm telling him, Bobby Jr., did I tell you about Caleb passing? And he was like, oh, yeah. I was like, okay. I'm telling him how crazy that is. Kids ain't supposed to pass before their mother. Now, he's in the hospital. This is the first day he goes to the hospital. So I'm telling him that. My son passes away on the third day later after Caleb. Then my cousin is over there helping me get through Bobby Jr., helping me get through this tragic situation with losing my son. She goes, I'm trying to, think of everything for this funeral situation, trying to figure everything out. I call her like for some names for the obituary, and she asked me, did I know she was in a hospital? I'm like, no. She was like, oh yeah, I got COVID. Then, okay, 8 days later after my son, they call me and tell me that she passed away. So y'all, like literally within a 2 week period, like what is that, 8, 9, 10, within an 11-day period, it was my little cousin, my son, and my favorite cousin. And so like Black Coffee, I do think like, has it been this rapid? And because they always say people in your family pass in threes. They always say in threes. People pass in three. They say celebrity pass in three. They always say that. But it didn't seem like so many young people. Maybe they was doing past their threes, but it don't seem like as many young people. But it seems like it's happening more often. But I always try to say, well, you got to think about the older you get, more people are going to pass away. But these are not the old people. Then I thought my little cousin was 30, my son was 27, and my cousin was, dang, how old was she? If I was 51, if I no, she was gone 51. If I was 50, she had to be like 47. So like I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I just be like, let me just thank God. Let me just do all the things that I feel like I want to do while I'm here. That's all you can think of, and make sure that we doing it. That's it. It's more young. It's more young than old. It is. It seemed like it's changing like coffee, but I thought it was me thinking that. But you said the same thing. You are saying the same thing, but we just gotta Know that that thing is happening. We got to know that that thing is going to happen. We just got to like cherish each day in some kind of way. Like you ain't gonna be able to cherish the days in the same kind of way every day, but just find some kind of way to do something that is intentional on every day we got here. That's the only thing we can do, and cherish the people that we love in the same way, and keep on going, girl. It ain't nothing that we can stop and think about. Something that's a matter of fact we can't do nothing about. Can't do a thing about. Cannot do a thing about. But y'all, okay, so we don't get your big ass up. So I am going to do a 3 day fast starting Monday. I ain't start this weekend because I'm gonna eat this. I'm actually getting ready to get. I ain't gonna lie. I'm getting ready to eat this baked beans and corn when I get off this phone. But on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I'm gonna do a 3 day fast to try to reset my mind for this channel to be more intentional and I don't know. We're just gonna keep trying. Like I don't want to like sound like a broken record, but I want to keep trying. I think in the last 3 weeks I did do good. Now last week I didn't go water ropes at all, but the other 2 weeks I was doing good. I was going or whatever, but I was like extremely busy last week. So Monday, I plan on getting up going to water aerobics, but I want to do a 3 day fast to help me with my mindset and to give me like a detox. And then after that, I'll probably go into 1 meal a day and one smoothie. That's what I want to see if I can do. 1 meal a day and one smoothie. Let me see. That's why I don't understand how people think they can they can affect me in any way. Right, I always say that about coffee. I'd be amazed at how people think that they can affect you. Uh, I don't know when you have so much stuff happen to you, like nothing affect that hardens you. That hardens you in a bad way, but it strengthens you to be able to endure everything. If you ask me, it really do. So you really be messing with people who have. You get people who have lost some close ones. You gonna find a real strong person, and they ain't gonna be the person that's gonna be able to break too easy. I promise you that. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna do a 3 day mind reset fast, and then when I come back after 3 days, I'm going to do 1 meal a day, one smoothie, and see how that works out. I'm gonna continue to try to do the 3 days a week in the water moments. And I'm going to put this Fitbit on my arm. And we're going to just keep trying. Like, I got to keep trying. The page is supposed to be about my journey. The journey has not been going so well, but I got to stay on my journey. Thank God for growth. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's always, in every case in our life, is always room for growth. That's for sure. And as long as you keep growing, you are fine and dandy. It's when you stuck is when you got to worry. But when you can see your growth, you are fine and dandy. That's for sure. That is for sure. I gotta, okay, Justice has her tournament. What is it? On the 6th. What's today? Today is the 4th. Tomorrow is the 5th. 6th. Okay. So that's in 2 days. Okay. So maybe I'll wait on dominoes because I want to play dominoes so bad. But I'm going to wait on dominoes for after Justice's tournament, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Because if we got the day and time, it don't mean that we can't play a different day and time. I got to figure it out. I got to figure it out, but we had fun playing spades the last time. We always have fun playing spades, though. Huh, I'm so addicted to it. Last night, that's half the reason why I could take my behind to sleep once I finished prepping everything. I was up tired as I was, another hour and a half, 2 hours, worried about this phone of spades. I was so happy when I started dropping this phone. Once I dropped the phone 3 times, I give it up. I was so happy this phone started dropping, and I was able to lay down and take my behind to sleep. You been practicing every night? Okay, Black Coffee. Wait, what phone am I on? I hope. Did you download the app that I have? Hold on, let me see what the name of it is. Oh, it's called Dominoes. But I thought the what is that? What is that? John, what is that? They put it on here. They take it back off. Oh, you did good. So yeah, keep practicing black coffee because we are going to do it soon. I know I won't be able to do it tomorrow because I got a live that I got to do to help some content creators, and then after that I got to go to my cousin's surprise. It's a surprise birthday party for her. I got to go there, and then Sunday. What is that for? 15. That's Justice's tournament on Sunday, right? Yeah, on Sunday is Justice's tournament starts. So I know I'll be doing that. And then I guess it'll depend on how quick I get kicked out of the tournament to see what I can do it. But hopefully, like next week, hopefully next week will be when we can start bringing out the dominoes. And I want to play that, get everybody used to that one. And then I want to play pool. I want to play pool because I think that'd be fun too. I gotta tell Angel Mom. Angel Mom was asking. She liked to play Bid Wiz. Let me look this up right fast. She likes to play Bid Wiz, and I believe this app. Let me look up the Spades app. I think the Spade apps that we play on. Let me see. Okay, what is Bid Wiz? How you spell? Is it Wiz WHIST or is that a different game? Send a link for pool. Okay, I will. I will. Because it said whist, but I don't know if that means bid whist. I don't know how bid whist, because I don't know what that game is. Let me see. Is that the same thing? It is, but okay, it says whist. So that must be it. So I got to call Angel Mom and ask her, do she want to, like host that? Because she know people who play that bit with. Oh, I don't. Oh, I'm sure she knows some people. But I mean, she was saying mentioning that she plays it, and I know some other people did. And I gotta ask her. She wants to host that because I found it on here. And if she don't want to host it, if it's people who want to play bit with, I don't think it makes sense for me to host it because I'm not gonna know what they're talking about when you gotta like set up the game. Like Spades, how you have to say, do you want a deal to be in there? Do you want to play four players? Do you want to to show highest to the lowest? That kind of stuff. I'm not gonna know what I'm doing, so I just gotta ask her if she's interested and download this and becoming a VIP to host her own games and create her own games. And she could download this thing and go to create it, and she could create a bid whist. I guess that's yeah, bid whist. The whist game or whatever they call it whist on here. She can download that, and then people who play bid whist can play that game with her. So I gotta get in touch with her, let her know that I found that because I have too much fun with spades. But I play it too often. Like I remember when COVID happened, I was going crazy with this game. Spade wasn't one of them. It was more like words with friends. And I keep telling Justice, would you please bring Scrabble out? I love Scrabble. So I'm hoping that she'll bring Scrabble out soon. She probably gonna be busy with the tournament this week, but I need her to bring Scrabble out because I used to love Scrabble too. And I had to stop. I had all those games like downloaded during COVID, and then after COVID kind of like died down, I took all of the apps off because I was just never using them. Life started coming back again, and I was never using them. But now, my behind been messed up on the spades over here. I be like, Lord, I gotta put this phone down. Like tonight, I know I'm going to go get this food. I'm gonna play while I'm eating, and I'm probably gonna play for another hour, hour and a half because every time I finish a game, because I only go to 250, I think it is, and so the games go so fast. Well, especially if you play with the computer, you be shooting them cards out so doggone fast, and so it's just addictive. Let me see the space game. Got me in a choke, girl. It's so addictive. It really is. I'm telling you, I just be last night out. It was hit my I almost chipped my doggone tooth. This phone fell on my doggone tooth. I was so doggone bad. It hit a nerve. I was about to shoot this phone, and I still tried to play again. Then it slipped up out of my head. I was like, let me put this doggone phone over here on this charger and stop acting like I'm crazy. Man, I had on computers and them games be bam, 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 and I just be constantly playing. It's a shame. It's a shame. Oh Lord. Yeah, so let me see what time we got. We got 11:47. I'm on this thing so late. Thanks for it's three people in the chat. Thank you, three people for being in the chat. And thanks whoever put gave a like for the 8 likes. I appreciate it. Black Coffee and Taya, thanks for coming down. and talking to me in the chat. I appreciate y'all. Let me see who else was it. I think y'all was the only two. That Lopez, he never answered my question, but I probably was on mute. He probably would have wanted to get with me and answer the question, but I was on mute. I literally gotta start checking my mute button. I'm just I'm 2 years and doing this almost, and I can't even keep a mute button off. Like that's sad. Like Coffee said, "Oh my God, the amount of times I done dropped this phone." Black Coffee, you know that's sad. You know that stuff. I'm start turning to my side and let it prop up on something because, girl, I be thinking, I be woke. I be like, ooh, nah, I'm woke. Let me pay attention. I been a kneel. All you hear is that 5, 4, 3. For some reason, that wakes me up, and I look probably at about the 3, and I just push anything, mess up the whole deal, girl. I just be like, why don't you just go to sleep? Because what is the point? If you're not gonna win the game because you fall asleep, that makes no sense. Like, I don't know what I be thinking. Yes. Okay. Okay. So Black Coffee. I think you said last night that you are in a tournament. So I will definitely see you on Sunday. Let me see my husband be like, go to sleep, right? Like, girl. And you let somebody see you do it too, Black Coffee. Okay, I am over here not being embarrassed to anybody here, but now look at you, embarrassing your husband. I mean, embarrassing yourself in front of your husband. That's too funny. Okay, Black Coffee. Okay, so I'm gonna get out of here because I'm behind. What I gotta go get the corn and the baked beans. Then I'm gonna be scared about getting heartburn. So then I'm gonna take an Alka Seltzer, sit up in the bed at least an hour to try to digest my food. It's sick. It's sad, but I'm just telling the truth, y'all. That's exactly what I'm about to do. I didn't eat anything because I couldn't eat when I first got everything situated because my feet was hurting too bad. So I didn't eat until like 5 o'clock for the first time. But I was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But I'm hungry again. That was 7 hours ago. So I am about to eat the baked beans in the corn. It is what it is. Okay, Coffee. I see you later. Thanks for Tanya. If you still got your phone on, see you later. I will see. Let's see. Sunday, Sunday. No, Saturday. Tomorrow, Saturday. Yep. So I will see you, Sunday, and either live or in the tournament because I know I'm definitely coming live Sunday. Okay. Let me see. The cooking never right. It's always like that. Black Coffee. You get all that. You do all that food. You don't even want to see the food when you finish cooking it. I would. It would help me if I did more cooking. If I did more cooking, I would lose more weight because once I cook, I'm not interested in the food. It's like I'm no longer interested. But as long as I don't cook, then I want to go grab something for convenience, and I'll grab anything. Let me see. See you in these streets. Yes, Black Coffee. See you in these streets. Have a good night. And whoever's in the bushes, thank you.